What's up, everybody? Welcome to this week's Sideline session. I'm here with LSU defensive lineman Jacobian Guillory. Jacobian, I appreciate you taking the time, brother. How you doing today?
Doing great. How about you?
Good, man. Well, see you're a part of Expand Sports. Welcome to the team. For those that may not know you, who is Jacobian Guillory? Give us a little bit about yourself.
I'm originally from Shreveport, Louisiana, but I grew up in Alexandria and play here at LSU. I've been playing here. I'm going into my fourth off season, but when the season starts, it'll be my fifth.
Very nice. Okay, yeah, I played 5 years at Florida. I was just thinking, when did you exactly start? We probably played each other at least once or twice because my last year was the COVID year. Were you on the team then?
Yeah, I was on the team that year. So the COVID year was my first year. So I was on that 2020 team. I wasn't on the 2019 team, the 2020 team.
So you were part of the reason why I didn't get to play in a college football playoff my senior year?
The shoe game, the cleat
The,
game, yeah.
the shoe game, and you guys only had what, like 50 scholarship guys at the time, or you guys were down a whole bunch of people too?
Nah, not at that point, but right after that, like when like the bowl season started, we were down a whole bunch of people.
Yeah, no, yeah, I remember, man, because I was just thinking about it. I was there, obviously. That was a tough one. Obviously, that shoe throw was brutal, but I appreciate you, coming into Gainesville and beating me on senior night, man. But we'll keep it going. Just kind of any challenges or anything you faced growing up that kind of made you into the athlete you are today.
I would think, for starters, like when I was 6 years old, I lost my mom,
Okay.
and so like ever since then, I kind of just learned to, just be the best man that I could be, on and off the field. So like, man, like really losing, like starting from that and then coming to where I am now, I'm just, I could never just not walk around with a smile on my face.
Mm-hmm. No, I respect that, man. I'm sorry to hear that. Well, going into your football career, obviously you've been playing for a long time. Is there anything that inspired you to start playing football specifically?
I mean, I was always a player. Like I always played when I was younger, and I kind of took a little break. But when I got to middle school, that's when I like fell in love with the game.
Okay. Was there like a unique moment or just kind of putting pads on for the first time? Obviously a big guy. I'm assuming you're a big guy, even at a young age, just dominating people.
I think when I like my first seventh grade game, like when I put on the pads, and, we had our first little jamboree, and I could tell obviously like I was just like substantially like just better than all the kids I was playing against. So like right then and there, like I knew like I wanted to do this for a long time.
Yeah, no, in seventh grade, man. You remember how big you were in seventh grade? You were probably mauling people, throwing people.
I was like 300 pounds, 6 foot.
Damn. Okay, wow. That's all. Shoot, I was about 5'8", like 150. But there's a reason why you play in D line, and I was a long snapper. But no, that's that's awesome. But were you playing other sports too growing up, or was football kind of your go-to and you fell in love with it?
I did football, track, and powerlifting in high school. So
Okay.
like in track and powerlifting, I was going for my three-peat and powerlifting, and I was going to try to win it a second time, like state in track, but COVID like canceled that out. So I think but before like I before COVID, I ended up getting a state championship in track and in two in powerlifting, or three in powerlifting actually.
Okay, wow. What was it like? I know in high school we did the traditional like pause, bench rep, and then or not squat, but clean and jerk, and then snatch. Is that what were you guys doing? Were those two specific lifts, or did you guys kind of have a repertoire?
I've seen like a lot of videos of them doing like the snatch jerk and all
Mhm.
that, like, but I've never done it. Like I've only did squat, bench, and deadlift, and that's always
Okay.
been like what we've done in our meets.
Yeah, if you don't mind me asking, obviously you're a freak athlete, you're a big guy, man. What right now at LSU, like, are you guys still like maxing? Do you have a certain one rep max and squat or bench right now? I'm sure you got absurd numbers.
I feel like right now I can still squat like 600 pounds. I wouldn't say 700 because like I like a squat suit on
Mhm.
and like knee braces and stuff like that. But like
Yeah.
I feel like I can still squat 600 pounds for sure.
Wow, that's
Just because I
impressive,
don't double
man.
teams all the time.
And then you probably throwing around 225, what, 20 something times right now with ease. Have you done a
I feel like
225?
I could get 30.
Yeah. No, well, I'm excited. I'm excited. Well, So this is going into your senior year. Is this your last year eligibility, and then you're gonna, obviously try to take that next step?
I don't think so because
Mm-hmm.
we had the COVID year, but
Yeah.
that was my redshirt year. But
Okay.
I don't know how it even works, but I don't
Yeah.
think so. But I plan to go to the league this year.
Yeah. Yeah. No, 100%. Well, no, that's awesome, man. Obviously, those are some crazy numbers. The most I ever got to was about 475 for three, and that was it for me, man. So obviously, you played track. You're a stud weightlifter. Is there anything that people don't know about you, like outside the football field, that you like to do, like any certain hobbies specifically?
Um, I'll say like really just play the game. I play the game a lot. So like if I'm not like doing schoolwork or like just watching film or like practicing in the facility or anything like that, like I'm really playing the game.
What are
I
you on
play the
Xbox
game.
or PS5?
I'm on PlayStation. Yeah, I
What's your
just
go?
made the switch a couple of years ago.
What's your go to?
I'll say like 2K, Fortnite, Madden. I
Okay,
play everything. Mortal Kombat, UFC. We
dude,
play a
I'm
lot of stuff,
I'm gonna
a
have to
lot of
get your
games.
I'm gonna have to get your gamer tag, man. We run a lot of 2K over here. I got an Xbox, but we play a lot of
No,
2K.
I think it's a game share.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think
No,
it's like cross-platform.
they do cross platform now for 2K and a couple of the
Mhm.
other sports. So we'll definitely have to run it,
Yeah.
man. That's awesome. I'm a
Oh,
big
really?
gamer as well. I love that. You
Yeah.
got a specific build you play with on 2K?
I'm a big man, and I really like it's really like Shaq with a 3-point shot.
Okay. Yeah, no, there's some cheese centers nowadays, man. I can see that 100%. Well, we'll definitely have to run it sometime, man. Well,
Already.
on top of that, man, so you've been at LSU for a little while. I know, Brian Kelly is your coach now. How do you feel about him specifically, as a coach and stuff, and how's his impact made? I mean, he made a huge impact his first year coming over to LSU. What are your thoughts on him?
The first year it was just like it wasn't. It was like trust, but there was just like a lot of uncertainty because like I didn't know nothing about Brian Kelly. I didn't know anything about Notre Dame, and
Mhm.
like but when he got there, like we met and we talked a little bit. And that first year, I think for us was like a little patchy, and
Mhm.
I say that like it was a little patchy because like just because like the way I carry myself, like all the emotions I play with.
Mhm.
But like after like the after that first year, the second year, like we sat down, like me and Coach Kelly are really close. Like I know I'm one of his I wouldn't say favorites, but I know he can count on me when he sends me out there. So just to
100%.
know that I have his back and he has mine, like there's like I feel like I play so much better when I have a great relationship with my head coach, and it kind of proved this year compared to his first year.
Yeah, no, 100%. I think that relationship, especially with someone as big as the head coach, is awesome. And being a Tiger, what does that mean to you specifically? I know when I played at Florida, having that Gator logo on your chest means something more than just your playing days and the people before you. What's it like, and what's it mean to you to be an LSU Tiger?
It means the world, man. Like I literally tell like the freshmen and stuff, like I wouldn't trade this for anything. Like this was my dream as a kid, and like I'm living on my dream. So every day, like I come in the building with a smile on my face. Good morning, yes ma'am, no ma'am. Know what I'm saying? Like just bringing that attitude every day, just being loving the game, loving what you do for it. Like I just love LSU. You know what I mean? So just
Yeah,
loving like really knowing like you love the game, love where you're at, love the people around you, the facilities, the staff members, even the people that cook the food. Like you know what I mean? Like just being
100%.
grateful for them to make this happen for real.
Is there something specifically, that sticks out the most about your favorite part of playing at LSU? I know for me, the biggest thing is that camaraderie, having all the guys on the team, being, boys with everybody, hanging out with guys outside of, practice and stuff like that. Would you say that's the same for you?
I mean, yeah, that's one of the greatest things is like all the people you get to meet that aren't necessarily from Louisiana, but the people that are from Louisiana, like from like different parts of Louisiana, like really being here is like just really a blessing. You know what I mean? And like another thing is like just all the food. You know what I mean? Like the different types of food that come with it because like there's so many like it's Louisiana. There's so many places to eat, but there's so many places that people don't really know about. And so like getting a chance to put like small businesses on and like they like build a relationship with you and like you start getting like nothing like free food and stuff like that, like it's really like that, like just making those connections is really special to me.
Yeah. Is there a favorite, meal or a favorite spot if I'm ever in, Louisiana that you would say like one or two spots that you love or a specific type of meal?
Definitely like Smoke Bayou for like barbecue. Like I
Okay.
can definitely so I don't eat it a lot. I don't eat it a lot because it's a little like that barbecue is a little heavy.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
like
No, I
Smoke
got you.
Bayou is
Yeah.
definitely like some of the best barbecue I've ever had in my life. Like that's a really good spot. And like if you want like a burger or something, I'll
Mhm.
say like Curbside. Like those are
Okay.
like my main two places like when I'm looking for either barbecue or a burger.
Yeah, no, I know the food's really good over there, man. I've only played over there, haven't actually been able to go out, and try some food. But one of these days, when
Right.
Florida plays over there, I'm gonna get over there and test that out. Well, okay, well, obviously you're a defensive lineman. You're a mauler, man. You're a beast, down low. What do you think? Are there any specific players you look to, like interior defensive line, like guys that are in the trenches that you model your game after, guys that were a favorite player growing up? Like, were you watching games like that?
So I didn't even start watching football like just watching like the NFL time after middle school, but like guys that really like the guy that really made me come to LSU was Charles Lawrence. So like in 8th grade I got a chance to meet him on a cruise and I spent the week with him. And
Nice.
then like after that it was just like I was just like all set on LSU. Like that's really the reason why I wear 90
Yeah.
after Rashard. And he's in the NFL right now. And a guy that I kind of like I would say like try to model my game after is like more like another LSU guy like a Dalvin Gotcha or like I'll say like Dalvin Gotcha. Then there's like Vita Vea, Grover Hargrave, like those bigger guys. You know what I mean? Like the bigger interior guys.
It's funny you said Vita because I'm a Bucks fan myself, and I've been
Really,
watching Vita for a while. I think he's the most underrated defensive tackle. Obviously, when Tom
he
Brady came
really
over,
is.
they got way more, eyes on him, and he kind of grew more in terms of, his publicity and stuff like that. But I was going to ask you about Vita Vea because, dude, he's an absolute run stopper. Like, it takes the amount of times I see them doing double teams. You got people. How often do you get, double team being a big guy interior defensive lineman?
Man, playing in the SEC, duo. Like
Oh
you
yeah.
get double team every
Hey,
play.
that's why I
So
wore the shirt, man. I
yeah,
may not root for you all specifically, but I'm always rooting for the SEC in general, man. Best
yes,
conference in
sir.
football. It's not even close, in my opinion. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
a
no,
lot of double teams.
I bet. And what's it like? I interviewed an offensive lineman recently, and being in the trenches has got to be the most selfless, position in sports. You don't get all the fame, you don't get touchdowns, you don't get all the, glam and all that type of stuff. Being in the trenches, what does it mean to you to be like a selfless guy down there, just day in, day out practice game, just going against, the biggest guys on the field, being a selfless
Yeah,
player?
I think having a good relationship with your linebackers, especially playing the nose position, is
Mm-hmm.
like really important. Like you got guys like Greg, we got Wick Weeks, Harold, we got obviously we have Perk, but we got West Weeks, we
Mm-hmm.
got so many just guys back there like have getting a chance to know those guys, and like so you can just play better. They can play off you, play off them. Like really like it's selfless, but like having a good relationship with your linebacker is like really important. So because if you already know like what you're gonna do before the play starts, it's way better to
Oh, yeah.
execute that and like what I'm saying, just make plays.
100%. No, you guys definitely got some talent on your defense this year. One other question I was going to ask you, defensive line wise, this is going to be edge rusher, interior, three tech. Do you have a GOAT D lineman or like one or two guys from like, it could have been 20 years ago when, in the NFL or guys today that you're like, this guy is hands down the best player, like, TJ Watt, you got Micah Parsons, you got some of the interior guys. Anybody that you think's your, GOAT in the league right now?
Mm,
I know it's a tough one.
yeah. I actually like the interior over there in Baltimore. Both those guys, 58 and
Okay.
92.
Yep.
Like not best in the league, but like just watching those guys, like their run defense, like
Mm-hmm.
those two guys over there, like are really amazing to me.
Yeah, no, for sure. If you were giving yourself kind of like a scouting report, and obviously the NFL is the goal one day, you're going to get there. If you had to kind of create a scouting report or kind of, give yourself a little spotlight in a few sentences, what would an NFL team be getting with you, as a player and off the field?
Really, really quick, a lot of power, quickness,
Mm-hmm.
is able to rush the passer, is also able to stop the run,
Mm-hmm.
can hold double teams, can play double teams, can split double teams. Makes it look like just off the real leverage guy because I'm already shorter than everybody. So when
Mm-hmm.
I get low, what I'm saying, like it's hard for them to get low.
100%.
Um, a guy that can bend, like man,
Versatile, man.
and just versatile. Try to be versatile, like really versatile. And then with this new defense, I think
Mhm.
it's gonna really like highlight a lot of a lot of the things that what I'm saying we were kind of stuck in last year.
Yeah, did y'all do any scheme changes or just kind of different types of personnel stuff? What are you guys doing differently?
A lot of scheme, well, a whole new scheme because we got a new coach in Blake Baker, but
Yep.
like and then obviously we got Coach Bo Davis, like the guys that Coach Kelly brought in, like that's how you can tell like he really does care because
Hmm.
he asked me, what I'm saying, who he thought he should bring in, and Brad Davis, not Brad Davis, Coach
Yeah.
Bo Davis was he was definitely my first choice because he has Sweat and he has Murphy going in the first round this year, so
Hmm.
like I know what my dreams are, so like for him to, what I'm saying, revamp the whole defensive staff and like, try to get that like that LSU like defensive edge back about us, it shows a
Hmm.
lot about Coach Kelly.
Oh, for sure. And I heard you say Brad Davis. Shout out Coach Davis. He was actually the O line coach my last 2 years at Florida. He was a super cool dude.
Really?
I really like
I
Brad,
did not
Coach
know.
Davis. Yeah, man, he was there. He bounced around a little bit, Arkansas and stuff as well.
Yeah, I
But he
thought it
was,
was at Arkansas.
yeah, he was a stud with us back in I want to say 2019 when we had him.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I appreciate obviously all this, man. We only got a few more questions. I kind of want to ask, your growth from like a young age to where you are now. Obviously, SEC potential NFL draft pick. What's this journey? Best journey? Anything you would tell your younger self?
Something that I tell my younger self is, hey, be patient,
Mm-hmm.
don't rush anything, and don't feel left out.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing is like, mentally, let's just be strong. Just
Oh,
like it's gonna be tough, like cause coming in you don't really know like what to expect. Like then with COVID you really didn't know what to expect
oh yeah.
because no one was working out, like no one was doing anything, stuff like that. Like, but like just having like the mental capacity to be able to come back to football
Mm-hmm.
and survive all this. Like I know, like, and then loving the game also. Like I've always been told, like if you love the game, it'll love you back. So like at a young age, like at freshman year, I loved the game. Even when I wasn't playing, but like I just feel like my mentality was different because I wasn't playing. But like as like times changed, coaches changed. I got older. Like my mind, like my mental, like really developed. And like last year was like mentally, I felt like I was the best in shape mentally. You know what I mean? Like
That's
physically, I
awesome.
was in good shape, but mentally, like, being in the best state, like shape,
Mm-hmm.
man,
Dude, the
it
mental.
felt amazing playing out there.
Mental is the most
Right.
important. And I love that answer from you because it's like during that COVID year, we know football, right? We play football our whole lives. 6 to 10 days sometimes during fall camp. You know how the grind is probably with you with spring ball right now. And then it's like, hey,
Right.
football shut down for 6 months. We're all kind of sitting there like, well, now what? And you got guys that are, training on their own, doing different types of things. But no, 100%. I love that answer and I respect that answer. And that's great for you. I'm happy for you because it's like people don't understand the mental side is the most important. If your mental is in a good condition, the rest kind of unveils with it. You know what I'm saying? So, no, I respect that answer 100%. And really, this is the last one I got for you right now. Any goals, for you personally, for the team this year, for the defense, kind of like going into the year and potentially the end of your college career? What are some big time goals you have this year?
This year for sure is to get. I had one like a half sack last year. I
Mm-hmm.
definitely want like 5+ sacks this year. That's a
Okay.
huge goal of mine. 5+ sacks this year. And as a defense, we just want to bring LSU defense back. I
Yep.
feel like it was heading in the right direction 2 years ago, and then like last year it plummeted a little bit. But
Mm-hmm.
like this year, our mindset is going to be like getting back to that old like LSU defensive style of play.
100%. I love that answer. I feel like it's been a little tough for me to watch at Florida the last few years because when I first got there in 2016, we were having a D lineman or two, a DB. We were having 2, 3 guys go in the first round every year, having,
Right.
5, 6 guys drafted from the defense every single draft in the first 3 rounds. And it's like, it's just been tough to watch. So, no, I can appreciate that and respect that. And I mean, Florida and LSU, man, at the end of the day, I know we haven't won, at least Florida hasn't won a championship recently. You guys won, not too long ago. But Florida and LSU are two of the best teams in the SEC, and it's an amazing rivalry. And I can't wait to watch you this year, man. I'll be rooting for you specifically. I definitely think you can attain those 5 sacks, man. I wish you the best of luck. I appreciate you, taking the time. One last thing, if you got anybody back home you want to shout out or any potential sponsors, NIL, stuff like that, feel free to kind of show some love to any of your people right here before we close up.
Really shout out to the whole Alexandria for embracing me so much. And you know what I'm saying, just like when I come home, it feels like I never left. Like the whole city of Alexandria, of course, and then like John, like NIL wise, really John Deere. I love being a part of like the John Deere family. I honestly do. Like it is so much more than just tractors. You know what I mean? It's like it's the people that I thought I'd probably never get a chance to meet. I've like just sat down and talked with them, and it's just been a blessing being a part of John Deere for real. And it's more about just the NIL. It's about the people for real.
Yeah, no doubt, man. And I appreciate it. That'll kind of wrap up things for this week's Sideline Sessions with LSU defensive lineman Jacobian Guillory. Jacobian, best of luck this year. We look forward to seeing your content on Expand Sports. Everybody root for our guy, our Expand Sports athlete, Jacobian Guillory. Appreciate you, boss man. Have a good one.
Sir. You too. Happy Easter.
Same to you, brother.